Working out for me has always been the highlight of my day. It's always been my way of letting off steam, my way of relaxing in a crazy way, right? But once you add that into a 75-day hard challenge, then it changes and turns into something bigger. It's something that you are held accountable for. It's something that you have to follow specific rules. And if you don't follow those rules, you have to reset to day one. For those who are unsure about what I'm talking about, I'm talking about me currently on my 75-day hard challenge. So in this video, I'm just literally going to break down everything that I did throughout the week. What were some really, really great points? What were points where I had sort of a shortfall with, and how I can improve to set myself up for next week and beyond. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is OJ and I make commentary videos. As I had mentioned earlier, this video is about week 1 of my 75-day hard challenge. Now I have my notes here on my phone, so if I keep looking down and if I keep referring to them, please don't mind me. I'm just making sure that I talk about what I need to talk about and stay on topic, because I am prone to going off topic, as I'm doing right now. So I would like to start off by talking about what worked for me. What were some great things, or what was already there that just, helped me. So for me, what worked and what was pretty easy to maintain was getting up early in the morning. So my gym class starts at 5 a.m. So it was something that I was already doing before. So by me being able to get up early and show up for that, that really freed up the rest of my day to fit where my second workout where I could. That also allowed me time to, be able to sit down and read my book first thing in the morning before I even had to start work, because my work hours were later in the morning. So yeah, that was cute. That was something that, really, really worked in my favor. Also having the daily structure, the structure of, knowing that I had to read, knowing that I had to eat healthy, knowing that I had to do my 2 workouts a day. That's sort of where my, I guess you could say, mission for each day. And there were things that I knew I needed to tick off. So by having that in place, I was always, striving or working hard to make sure that I had those done. I had those, finished basically well and truly before my day had wrapped up as well. So that was something that was nice. Also having my meal prep, which is something that I was, doing before this, and something that I will obviously continue from this week and onwards. It really, really helped set me up, because I didn't have to think about what I needed to eat that night, or what I wanted to eat, or just cooking in general. Like, because I had done it on the weekend before, I was good. Like this weekend, I had done my meal prep already, so that then sets me up for the next week and beyond, pretty much. Also, my water intake, living in somewhere where it's just naturally hot, or always hot all the time, I naturally just drank water, and I was pretty happy to, I guess, drink more water. I mean, who wouldn't want to drink more water? Why would you want to be out here dehydrated, walking around with a dry mouth and everything, huh? So that was pretty good. And also another thing as well for me, posting consistently, it really was helping. Because for one, I knew that I wanted something or content to post at the end of each day, or to, summarize my day. But at the same time, by posting it, I knew that my friends were watching, or my family was watching, and people that would hold me kind of accountable. Because I did attempt a 75-day hard challenge before, but it was just all over the shop. I just probably wasn't ready. I just wasn't in a good headspace at the time. Versus now, it's a bit different. So that was good. That was something that I will continue, and something that I am, finding creative ways to make my videos and make them more fun, or something enjoyable for people to view, as well as for myself as well. So that's that. I will say though, just to touch on me waking up super early to do my first workout, I loved it, because for me it was like a non-negotiable. I knew that no matter what was happening, I had to make the timing. I had to be there for myself. And, by doing that for myself, that meant, the night before I had to sleep early. That meant the night before I had to make sure that, I ate early enough at a decent time to, have a more, slow-paced evening, I should say, before the next day. So those were the things that I felt really worked for me this first week. Now, I would like to talk about some things that didn't work, or some things that I could improve for week number 2 and beyond. So I will say that though I was talking about, waking up super early, like the waking up bit was fine for me. For me, it was the night before. It was me setting myself up to make sure that, I got to sleep on time. But in doing that, I guess you could say, failing to allow myself to get to sleep on time, Because for me, what I would do is, come home, I would have dinner at 6 p.m. And then after that, I would just sit around watching TV and all that because I had, accomplished everything I needed to accomplish for the challenge as well as just my normal everyday life well before 6 p.m. So, by doing that, I literally just sat around, and by the time I wanted to go to bed, or by the time I started thinking about going to bed or getting ready for bed, it was like 8 p.m., 9 p.m. So say by the time it was 8 p.m., that meant that I would literally have almost an hour to get ready for bed, reset myself for the next day. And by the time I'm in bed, it's 9 p.m. Then I wouldn't be able to go to sleep straight at 9 p.m. It would just, take me a while to, fully calm down, fully relax and just reset for the day. Because I normally would post my videos at the nighttime. So that was something that, wasn't kind of somewhat of a downfall. Because then the next day it meant that I was a little bit more tired. Probably wouldn't have enough energy for my workouts and all that. And then also another thing that I did notice was I was hungrier. Now, I'm aware that because my training schedule has changed and the volume of training and the intensity has really, really increased compared to what I was previously doing, it's just natural. It's just natural that my cravings for food would increase. So, yeah, it's something that I am aware of now. It's something that is, I guess, very obvious to me to move around for next week and beyond, really. So talking about next week and beyond, I would like to talk about what can be improved. So for me, what can be improved, as I did mention, things like my bedtime. By going to bed early, I'm able to get enough rest. So I guess for next week, or starting today actually, because today's Sunday, I think it'll be such a great idea for me to, as soon as I have dinner, just immediately clean up, wash my plates, whatever, get ready for bed then. So by the time it comes to like 8 o'clock, all I have to do is just jump in my bed, not have to go through the whole cycle of all that. So I think better time management in that aspect would really, really help me. I think I should also come up with a time where I can just sit down and fully just do all my videos and then post them. So it's not something that I still have to do at 8, 9, 10 p.m. at night. So that's, something that I really, really need to, I guess you'd say, lock in with. One more thing that I need to set myself up properly for is my recovery. Because this week I was really doing well with my pre-training, as in, my mobility stretches, my hip openings and hip opening exercises and strengthening exercises and all that. It's the other side, the recovery with that I really wasn't paying attention to or focusing on, or I was more reactive rather than proactive. So it's something that for next week I have to really just lock in with. What else is there? Let me have a look. But I guess I will say that, for me, it's all a learning curve. It's all, building blocks for me. Because, for me, success isn't, about working extra hard. For me, it's about, just streamlining my processes and making sure that whatever I'm doing it the most effective way that I can. For one, to save myself time. For one, to, give myself time, like future me time, to just do things and focus on other things. And speaking of time, it's something that I didn't touch on earlier, but one thing, or I guess I could say a surprising thing, I didn't realize how much time I had. Because, now that I have things scheduled and things that I actually have to do per day, or else that means I have to restart the entire challenge again, I find that I'm doing things and getting things done way earlier than I normally do, or I normally would, which is the most surprising thing. And I'm just like, wow, I thought I didn't have enough time, but I am actually having a decent amount of time to do things. So that was one of my surprises for the week. I will say for me, for this week, what would I rate this week? I would probably give it like an 8. And the reason I would give it an 8 is because I just feel like, there's always room for improvement. There's always room to grow. But going into this week, or the first week of my challenge, I felt like I was going into it very strong. I felt like, I had, my head in the game. I felt like I was very focused. I felt, I was just ready to go. Like every day I was like, yeah, let's go, let's do this. What's next? So I think, I had a pretty strong start. And, I just feel like it's only upwards and onwards for me here, I just feel like, day by day, week by week, I am growing, and I am so excited to see what this, the rest of this challenge will bring. Because I calculated it's all up 10 weeks, so I've already done week 1, which means I have 9 more weeks to go. And what is it? 77. Oh, wait, sorry. 7 days down. It's like what? 69 left? So, not 69. 68. Yes, 68 days. So I am so excited for the rest of my challenge. Which, now it brings me to the end of my video. I thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for giving me your time. I hope that you enjoyed my little review. I will try something different with how I make this video as well. I guess this is one of my, for improves for the upcoming week. But please like, please comment, please share. Share with a friend, and subscribe as well, so then you can see more videos like this. You can also see all my other commentary videos, whether it's about the Real Housewives of Atlanta or just something that I wanted to just share with you guys, or a story that I would like to tell as well. But I love you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful and a blessed week. Goodbye.